I offer my humble pranam at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome to video lecture on computer programming using Scratch. In this lecture, I'm going to explain about input-output devices, means how to get the data from input device and how to display it on the output device. If you go for a Scratch, we have two important menus called sensing and looks. So with the help of sensing, we can able to get the data from the keyboard and even mouse also. Then if we go for a looks menu, we can able to display something on the monitor. Okay, it may be a number, it may be a message. What exactly the meaning of input output? So providing the input and obtaining the output is an important activity in any computing system. For example, a calculator is a computing device in which keys on the keypad perform input activity and small screen on the calculator perform the output activity. Suppose if you go for a normal computer, the keyboard performs input activity and monitor performs output activity. Therefore, we need somebody to get the data from the keyboard. Then after manipulation, we need some menus, some statements, some blocks to display it on the monitor. There is nothing but output device. So in general, we know that the monitor is output device and keyboard is an input device. Therefore, we can able to read any digit from 0 to 9, or we can able to read a character, a string, any data from the keyboard. Then we can perform manipulation. Then after manipulation, we can able to display it on the monitor. That is output device. So if you go for a Scratch, we have two important menu. One is called a sensing. The another one is called a looks. Okay. So looks, with the help of this looks menu, we can able to get the blocks, appropriate blocks, and we can able to display it on the monitor output device. Okay. If you go for a sensing, you can able to get the data from where? From the input device. Now I'm going to explain with the help of what do you call, with the help of that particular tool. Using that tool, I'm going to explain that this example. Now, if this is a Scratch tool, in this case, I'm going to use this area as a monitor. This area as a monitor. Okay, you can able to increase the size of this. So this is your like a monitor. It's like an output device. Output device. We can able to minimize by using this. Then here we have to write the code. It's a block. Okay, if you want to write any program, we have to drag this particular blocks and drop here and assemble in a proper sequence. So that becomes your program. Now here I'm going to talk about sensing, means how to get the data from this. So here so many blocks are there. Just I'm going to concentrate some important block. Now here there'll be a block. From this block, I can able to get the data from the where? From the keyboard. So initially what happened? Initially, it's going to display some message. Okay, what is your name? Or enter number 1 or enter the value for X or something like this. So by default, we have a message called enter number. Enter number. Okay, sorry, what is your name? Say in general, what we have, what is your name? And after displaying this message here, then it's keep waiting. It's keep waiting. Therefore, depending upon your requirement, you can able to enter the name from the keyboard. That information goes to this particular variable. This is nothing but a memory location. It's also called variable. The name of the variable is called answer. Okay. If you click on this, we don't have anything. See, at the beginning, nothing is there. We can say null. Nothing is there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, just I'm going to click on this. If you click on this, then it's going to display it on the monitor. What is your name? Now, I'm going to import the name, Srinivas Shetty. Then you can press enter or we can click on this. Then whatever the name we have typed, that goes to where this particular memory location called answer. If you click on this, so you can able to find the name of a person, that's a Srinivas Shetty. Okay. Suppose once again, I'm going to click on this. Then here I will type Sairam. So I'm going to press enter. Then once you press enter, then only that information goes to where this particular location called answer. If you click on this, that is Saira. Okay, then here we can modify this particular what do you call message. Enter. Suppose here enter num1. Enter num1. Okay. Then just we click on this. What is the message? Enter num1. Then I will enter some number. Some number, say 245. If you click on this, what is that? That answer goes to that particular information goes to this variable called answer. If you click on this, the answer is 245. Correct? No? The answer is 245. Like this, you can give any number as you like, not only the whole number, even you can enter the fraction also. Once again, if you click on this, then enter num1. Here, 124.23. Then enter. Then what happened? That information goes to answer. If you click on this, then that, here 123.45. Click on this. If you click on answer, we'll get that answer. So 123.45. Okay. Now this is the way of getting the data from the input device. Either it may be a character, or it may be a string, or it may be a whole number like integer, or it may be like a fraction. It's also called floating point number. Then means with the help of this block, we can able to perform two jobs. It's going to display the message and it's keep waiting. Then depending upon your requirement, you can input the information, input the data from the keyboard. After the inputting, then press enter, that information goes to answer. Now I want to display this answer here on the monitor. For that, we have to go for a looks. So there'll be a block called say. Okay, say. If you click on this, so you can able to see here hello. Suppose depending upon your requirement, you can type any information as you like. Suppose help ever, comma, hurt never. Okay, help ever, hurt never. Suppose I'm going to display this. If we click on this, suppose help ever, hurt never. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just I'm going to combine all these things. Suppose here answer. Okay, then I will combine this block, then put answer over here. Now this is one particular block. Now suppose here what I will do is I will go to something called events. Under event, this is a block. Means if you click on green flag, okay, execute this program. If you click on this, stop the program. So that's the purpose of using this particular block. Okay, now I'm going to click on this, then it's going to execute this. Now enter num1. Now 2 3 4, enter 2 3 4. If you press enter, see that actually entered information goes to answer. The answer contains 234. What is the meaning of this? Say answer. Say means display the content of answer on the monitor. See, what is the value of answer? 234. Because of this block, it's going to display the value available in answer on the monitor on the output screen. Suppose I can be able to maximize this. Now here I'm not able to see that code. That's why I have to go for that event block. Now if you click on this, now enter num1. Here it is an area you can able to input any information as you like. Now here 456, enter 456, then click on this, then 456. Okay, then therefore if you want to come back, so you can click on this, now it comes back to your code. Now what I'm going to do is, so let it be, I'm going to declare my own variable. For that, go to variable, say make a variable. Then here num1, okay. Then one more variable, just I explained in the previous video, you can go through that video for variables. Make a variable, one more variable, num2, then okay. Then num2 is created. Then make a variable, then I'm going to create one more variable called sum, that is okay. Now I created 3 variables, num1, num2, sum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the data from the keyboard, that is num1 and num2. I'm going to add these two number and I'm going to display the sum on this monitor on the output device. Okay. Now what I will do is, okay, now here enter num1, then wait. Okay. Afterwards, go to this set here, that is num1. Set num1 to what? This answer. See, if you execute this particular statement, what happened? It will display this message, enter num1, then wait, then wait. Then I'm going to enter some number, say 25. That 25 immediately goes to where? Answer. Then I'm going to assign, I'm going to transfer the value available in answer to where? Num1. Therefore, means what is the meaning of this? Set num1 with which value? The answer. Therefore, the answer is assigned set to where? Set to num1. Once again, I'm going to duplicate this. I will go here, then enter num2. Suppose here instead of num1, num2, then here num2, here num2. Now once again, I will get this message, enter num2 and wait. Now I'm going to enter num2. That num2 goes to where? Answer. That answer is set to where? Num2. Okay. Now next I'm planning to perform addition operation. Therefore I have to go for operator. So there will be operator. Okay, then I will go to this operator, means actually I'm going to go for addition operator, addition operator, addition operator. Then once again I will go to variable, then here set, I'll put here, then variable, which variable? That is sum. That is set sum equal to num1 plus num2. Then I will go to variable, here there'll be a num1 and here there'll be num2. Okay, then after, means it's going to add num1 with num2, then store this result into where? Into the memory called sum. Okay, so what is the purpose of using this? Get the value from the input device, then assign to num1, then get the value from the input device from the keyboard, then assign that value to num2, then add both number num1 with num2 and store it in sum, then display the sum on the monitor. Therefore, I'm going to get this value sum. I will place it here sum. So this is the complete program to read num1 and num2 from where? From the keyboard. Add those number which is available in the memory location and place the result in the memory location called sum and display the sum on the output device. This is like a monitor. Okay. Say here I'm going to execute this. Just I'm going to click on this. Okay, click on this. Now here what is this? Enter num1, that is 25. Okay, enter. Then enter num2, then say 25, then enter. Then what happens here? That is answer is 50. Here 25, here 25, the answer is 50. Then I can able to execute in a what do you call full screen mode also. Now here, what is the previous value? Num1 contains 25, num2 contains 25, the sum is 50. Once again, I'm going to execute this program. Say click on green flag. Now enter num1. Here I will enter 125. That is 125. Click on this. Enter num2 125. That is click on enter. Then what happened? Answer is 250. Here I'm going to display the answer here as well as that answer is stored in this particular memory location. Understood this? So this is the way of getting the data from the keyboard. Then once if you type the data from keyboard, that goes to the predefined variable called answer. Then from the answer, we can able to assign that value to any other defined variable, user defined variable called num1, num2. Afterwards, we can able to perform any operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication. We can do whatever you want. Okay. Thanks for watching. Okay. Try to subscribe.